Hi there, and welcome to this week's lesson in the Single Step Leadership series. Simple actions that you can take to improve your leadership week in and week out. One action a week, just one thing to focus on, will get you compounding results as you stack those on top of one another. In this week's lesson, I want to talk about delegation. Now, when people tell you that you need to delegate, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? Go ahead, don't be shy. It's what almost every single other leader thinks. And if I had to make a guess as to what your response is, I would say that it's quicker for me to just do it myself. And you know what? You're right. It is quicker for you to do it yourself in the short term. But what you're doing is you're sacrificing long-term benefits for that short-term gain. What if you never, ever had to do that task again? How much time would that save you? This is the perfect illustration of the concept of short-term versus long-term thinking when it comes to leadership. What you will do to manage this process for delegation is you will use the delegation priority matrix, and I'm pulling it up right here for you. All right. On one axis, you have the amount of time it takes to train somebody to do it, and on the other axis, you have the frequency of the task. Now, this is an investment in your time. So where you're going to start is with the items that get you the quickest return, not necessarily the biggest items, the best things, the classic things to delegate. You want to start simple, you want to start easy, and you want to start with a quick win. You're going to do that by looking at those items that don't take very much time to train and are very frequent. Now, the easiest way to find these things is to look for whom on your team has stepped up while you were away on vacation to do these particular tasks. They won't take much time in training because they've already done it, and clearly these were frequent enough tasks to where you could not wait until you came back. The second area you want to look for these quick wins are those things that, quite frankly, you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. We all have them as leaders. My Achilles heel was reports. I used to love Excel. I loved putting reports together. I had a chief operating officer that I was in coaching sessions with, and she was actually distributing all the new customer prospects to her team for no particularly constructive reason whatsoever. She delegated that to the receptionist. In about 5 minutes, trained the receptionist how to do this and saved herself over an hour a week. As a chief operating officer, that's a pretty quick return on investment. The concern that many people have with delegating is they are concerned that the people don't know how to do it. And they remember all of the failures that they had in the past. The way I want you to tackle this is to do a simple 3-step process. All right? I do, we do, and you do. All right? So make sure that you have mastered the task yourself. You do it regularly. All right? So make sure you do it, the I do part. Then bring the person in to look over the way you've done it. Even if they've done it while you're away on vacation, even if you took this off of their hands, do it together so they understand it, and then follow up with the you do, where you give it over to them. All right, that's the way to tackle that so you are assured that they know what they're doing and you can free yourself of that concern. The second most popular excuse is that you will delegate yourself out of a job. And I need to address this because it's in the back of your mind, even if it isn't in the forefront of your mind. This is just such a BS excuse, quite frankly. The only people this might happen to are crummy managers who already dumped their work on their team. The tasks that you will be delegating are lower and medium priority tasks, and this gives you a chance to work on higher priority tasks with that time that you free up. You aren't diminishing your value to the organization, you're actually increasing it by delegating and making time for more important things that need to get done. Furthermore, it's not like you don't maintain oversight over what the team does. That report that they're putting together, you're going to see it at some point. Those things that you have delegated, those tasks, you can monitor those, and you should monitor those on a regular basis. So I want to dive into the exercise. I don't want to take too long on this. I want you to look for those simple to train and frequent tasks. Look for your last vacation and what somebody took over for you. Simple to train, probably frequent. But you're looking for just one thing that you can delegate this week. Go from there. Next week, do another one. But look to delegate one thing every week for the next little bit of time, and you're going to see those returns, and that's going to give you more confidence to move around in the delegation priority matrix and improve the amount of time that you have for those more important things. Thanks so much.